Hello, hello, Spirit House here again. I just wanted to share a photo of the beautiful, beautiful sunset tonight on the 8-8 portal. Um, I just got back from my club about 20 minutes ago, and when I pulled my car into the garage, I was like, wow. I noticed it in my rear view because I was driving the opposite way. Most of the time, it's close by. But anyway, um, I I parked and I went out in my backyard, and it's just gorgeous. I just really I took a moment to appreciate and be grateful for the moment and for everything that I've been blessed with, even through hard times. I'm thankful for the lessons I've learned, and no matter how much hard times, which has been a lot, but it doesn't matter. I'm still grateful no matter how hard it gets. I'll never give up. I trust in the plan, and I have surrendered to God basically, and I have comfort, protection, and knowledge of how to navigate my life, and for that I am eternally thankful. It's You can't replace that with anything. You can't replace trying your best to fulfill your path and doing the best you can, and without a roadmap, and trying to keep in a positive mindset even when you're under spiritual attack, and loving every moment of it. And I just want to say this as encouragement to my brothers and sisters who are going through hard times and these tests, and all the trials and tribulations of life, basically to not give up, because you're loved by the universe. We're all connected. I love you. I pray for you. And I know that we will prevail, because evil never prevails. Only the light prevails, ever. So, it's already a predestined, even if we're in a war, just hang in there, because we will win, and we will be in our basically heaven on earth here pretty soon. You know, we will be in Eden very soon, and those who are in power and who have proclaimed themselves, or self-proclaimed kings and queens, and people in politics and leaders of the world that are corrupt. Those I'm talking about, only those who are corrupt and evil and have ill intent and greed. They will all be dethroned. That's written in Revelations. It's written in the book of Enoch. They will be dethroned by the meek. The meek shall inherit the earth, and the misfits and the black sheep, and anyone who was told or considered that they were not normal, or laughed upon or slandered. We are the ones that will rule the earth in the end, okay? In God, under God's word, and under the will of God, if you follow that path, or whoever. And it doesn't have to be Christian. I mean, whoever, as long as you are true to your path. Because, as I've said before, I've studied all world religions, and if you pray and you have a good heart, no matter who your God is, all the as they call them, creation myths. They're not myths, by the way. It's the same story, but what differs is the cultural differences. I was a cultural anthropology major. I love different cultures, looking into them, and all that differs is the different cultural practices, and the perceptions, basically. But what we need to realize is that we're united under one creator, whether you call it Allah, or by many different names, different aspects, like Kali Ma. Kali Ma is one of my ancestral protectors. I whoever you address as creator, you are going to prevail. If you follow the path, the North Node path, you will prevail. and we will all be exalted, and not just that, but the uplifting of others, to try to touch others' hearts and uplift others. And that's the best we can do in this life, is try to help those who are less fortunate, that don't take advantage of that, and the ability to discern who really needs the help and who is, deceitful, basically. And that's what this whole life is about, is the ability to discern and help those who are truly in need, as opposed to those who want to derail us from our life paths, basically. But and to uplift each other. We are all connected, even the insects, and to the smallest insect, to the smallest plant. We all have a consciousness, and we are all connected. And that's what you need to realize. When you hurt other people, that's what our enemies need to realize, or people that are attacking us, is that when you attack us, you're attacking yourself. When you even I mean, okay, you may call this silly, but even when I find insects within my house, spiders, even if they're poisonous spiders like black widows, I will capture them and let them go outside. I do not kill. I don't believe in killing things, because we're all connected. And when you hurt something, you hurt yourself, and that's creating karma. That's what I believe. Okay, so, and I know I no longer eat meat, but that's beside the point. I just you need to realize that we're all interconnected, and that we need to look out for each other. We don't need to be, regardless of what our governments say or what the politicians say, or they create divisions in the guise of setups, like say, if you're going to protest for a cause that's good, and somebody plants somebody, somebody's there, it causes a shooting or something, and they say, oh, these protesters are just insane, this and that. That's government. That is government. That's how wars are created. And that's Russia's a major. They are geniuses at that. In fact, Putin was Gorbachev's main man when it came to planting conflict among societies in other countries to create wars. And there's many families of power, like the Rothschilds, many families of power, the Morgans. Anyway, I digress. There's many families of power that have created many wars in this way, not just in other countries. I mean, Russia's like the bastard redhead child, but really, our country is just as bad. We think that we're so free and this and that, but we've been brainwashed in some cases more than other countries have, even North Korea. I mean, we're just as bad. If you look at the reality of things in the scope that I have and researched it, you would realize that we're all pawns in a big chess game. It's like we're on a stage to entertain the elite, basically, the most elite. I'm not just talking about elite, but the most elite in this country, and they don't give a shit about your life or anything else. If there's a major disaster, you're not going to be able to rely on your government or FEMA or anybody else. It's your communities and each other that we need to rely on, and we need to realize that. And we need to get over this bullshit, ignorant hate stuff, because in the end, it's going to be our neighbors and each other that we have to rely on. And our government is going to be nowhere to be found when that happens. I can guarantee that. Okay? So we need to really band together, because we are all interrelated. Whether or not you even buy into that stuff or think I'm a tree hugger or whatever, I don't care. I don't give a fuck, really, honestly. But I am spiritual. I'm connected to spirit very heavily, and my ancestors and my ascended masters and my angels. Okay? And I will tell you that we need to exercise more love, because that's what's lacking the most in this world is love. And we're not going to survive without it. It's so imbalanced right now. We really need to show compassion to each other. and even just to like give some time or listen, you know, to another person, because but to have discernment too. You know, don't just blindly, because I've been a victim of that before as an empath, okay? Don't just blindly give out your time to people like that are energy vampires. But I mean, to the needy is really what it comes down to, because if everyone did that, we wouldn't have a problem with poverty. We wouldn't have all these problems we see in the world. And that's just a, you know, some altruistic rant that I just had. Okay, but anyway, that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to share my originally I wanted to share my sunset photo, but it went into this big, you know, altruistic rant. But anyway, I love you guys. I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.